Alright, hello, I'm back to show another little issue I found with my Samsung CF791 Ultrawide monitor for anybody else who has this monitor and wants to see what's going on, or if we can maybe get some kind of a fix from Samsung, or if the monitor just has a lot of faults. It seems like I'm discovering some every day at this point. So, originally I was having a problem with lines appearing on the screen, and I'll get to that in a second. But I was surfing the internet in general, and a page came up that was like two different shades of gray, kind of, and it popped up, and I noticed there was a brightness change in my monitor when it either was behind a white window or got minimized, and I'm going to show that really quick. I'm just using a picture of one of my cats here. She's pretty much showing the expression I'm having with this monitor lately. So anyways, this is just an image of the two grays it's got some little lines in it. You probably can't see it because it's just the monitor resolution in the phone. It's just not going to do that well. And I just have a Google browser behind it. And when I click between the two, you will see a brightness shift change. And it's easy to see if I focus on the cat. But let me get these a little closer so you can tell when I'm actually doing it. So I'm going to go ahead and do this now and just watch. You can see that there's an adjustment happening in the brightness of the monitor as I swap back and forth. And I don't know if I can do this with any color or black, or if there's some weird combination where if there's too many grays on the screen, the monitor does this. It almost acts like it's in some kind of a dynamic contrast functionality, but I don't have that on. Like if you go to the bright, there is a dynamic contrast, but I don't use that. I just use custom because out of the box, that's what it was to be calibrated for the best color. And so obviously I've adjusted my settings to be 40, 75, and 36. That's personally what I like. So I'm hoping that's, achievable and not having this problem. But I've lowered both the contrast and the brightness separately, and I still can see this problem. So I'm thinking it has something to do with the dark blacks or grays. And the whole reason I noticed this color shift was I was watching a movie. I'll bring it up here. I was watching Jack Reacher, in a window, because in full screen you'll never see this. And I was surfing over here like I do. I surf on the right and I keep my windows open on the left so I can, look back and forth. That's part of the beauty of having an ultra wide. And I noticed that, when I hid this black window with that window, she was changing in brightness quite substantially. But not only that, but let's talk about the lines now. So when the black window is open, the screen is a little darker and the lines are far more noticeable. Like you can see them just going through her head here. And I'll actually grab this window handle here and I'll move it up and down, and you can watch the lines move. See that line right there moving? No, that's not a refresh line. That's me moving the lines. And if I click the white window to cover the black window, the lines will be much less noticeable, or considerably. Watch. Bloop. Now she got brighter and the lines are less noticeable, but they are still there. And I will grab this window now and I will drag it so you can see the lines move. I'm moving it really slow now, up and down. It's a little easier to notice when the black window stays on the screen because it darkens the screen, and I think the lines are a little easier to notice when they're darker. So now I'm going to move that same Google window and you can see them a lot better now. Let's see if I can I keep both on the screen while I move? I can. So you can see it's definitely related to some kind of contrasty thing. I don't know if LEDs on the side of the panel have to illuminate through the black to get the highlights. Like you can see in a window here, you have a white line and then a shadowy black line, and then you have a black line and then a white line. I'm guessing with high contrasty things, it messes with the picture image, and it's not a big deal. But I mean, really, I never noticed anything like this on older monitors that I had. And now I'm a little concerned with this whole, when the black is on top, then the image is a little darker, and when it's underneath, it's a little brighter. And that's not a huge deal. It's really just when I'm multitasking, I'm going to have so many little things like lines and brightness shifts. And I mean, come on, Samsung, you really can't fix this. We just have to live with this. That's it. I don't know if this is going to be a symptom for anybody else out there who has other VA panels. I'll be very curious to see if the Asus, that new one coming out, will have this, or that Omen X will have this, because it might just be something you get with a VA panel that's curved, or just VA technology in general. I don't know. I suspect it could be. So if anybody else out there has a micro board and they can see this, I'll see if I can post this image, because just having this image open, I think, yeah, when I just minimize it and I bring it back up, you can see the screen is flickering. You can see there's a brightness change just bringing it up. There's something about the processing image in this monitor that when just these combinations of gray come up, it makes the monitor blink or flicker or whatever in brightness. And it's, like I say, it's not the end of the world. I'm still going to keep the monitor. I still love it. It's a great monitor. But it's just these little tiny flaws that are like, you know, it's one of those things where when it happens, you'll be like, ah, and it'll annoy you for a split second and then you'll move on. But why does it have to be there? I don't know. And just to answer any questions, I am running in HDMI 2.0, I believe. I don't use DisplayPort. Okay, where is it? I don't know. There, HDMI mode. It's not shown because it's weird. So I run an HDMI 2.0. It's a little blurry. Let me see if I can fix that. Yeah, I run an HDMI 2.0. I don't run in DisplayPort. I do not use FreeSync. I keep almost everything else off. EcoSaver Plus is off. Timer, all that crap. I don't mess with any of that stuff. I don't know what PCAV mode is. I don't mess with that either. So, you know, I just all I did was mess with the, you know, the basic options for like brightness and contrast. I didn't mess with anything else. And I don't think this is a faster or regular, whatever that reaction timer, or I forget what that's called. I don't think this is related to that. I don't know, maybe. I'm not using upscale. iSaver mode is off. Game mode is off. I just left this response time. That's what the word I was looking for. I left it on faster. I didn't change it to standard or fastest. Picture size, I guess I could change it to auto, but it came wide, so I just leave it like that. So anyways, that was the other thing I wanted to bring up. It'd be great if Samsung could ever see this video and maybe comment on it, because it's really kind of a minor little annoyance, but it'd be awesome if maybe just like a firmware update could fix this. You know, you plug something into the USB and update it or something, or I don't know. It would be nice. Otherwise, it's just one of the other little kind of flaws or kinks with this monitor. So if you're gonna buy it, just be aware it exists. If it turns out it's just my monitor's defective, I will update this video saying so. But if you don't get an update, more than likely what you will get is people in the comments saying that theirs does it as well. And like I say, if the microboard does it, it uses an older version of a Samsung panel. I believe Samsung made the panel that the microboard has. If it does it as well, it convinces me that it is definitely a Samsung VA panel kind of thing. Maybe you won't get these kind of things with IPS. And if that makes you more towards IPS, then by all means do that. Overall, I still love this monitor, and when I'm watching movies in full screen or playing games in full screen, it's absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. It's just when multitasking, there's these little kinks of, you know, lines if you're watching a movie, or if you have just the right combination of colors of web pages, you get brightness shifts. So just be aware of that. Anyways, thanks for your time watching. Please comment if you have this monitor and you do or don't see the lines in something like a video, or if you do or don't see the color flashing with that image. Again, I'll see if I can post that somewhere, maybe in the Ultrawide Master Race Reddit forum. I just kind of want to know if it's a widespread problem or just an occasional thing. So far, multiple people have said they've seen the lines, but it's in different situations. If you want to try it, this is Jack Reacher, and it's, you know, about halfway through the movie when they're talking in her office or whatever, and it's this color here in the background mostly where you saw it, but you could still see the lines in her face as well. So it's really not specific to a color. It's something with different brightnesses on the screen. So anyways, thanks for watching, and please leave some comments, say whatever you want about the monitor or whatnot, and if I find anything else, I will post. All right, take it easy, guys.